Yo, what's good, people? Hey, listen, it's Saturday. I'm gonna give y'all some pregame vibe. Yeah, I'm outside. This is a little different shot. I'm gonna see if I can show you where I am. I'm at one of my favorite locations out in Vegas, Wahoo's Summerlin. Nice spot, great vibes. You see the view, sunny skies, palm trees. We got ice cold Corona Premier. It's good. Hey, so listen, yeah, I know we don't have no music today, but I'm outside. I didn't do my full-blown shebang, but we all right. And it's sunny too, but that's all right, it's good. So listen, first we're gonna get into the playoffs, but my guy hit me with a question this morning. Shout out to Coach Thompson down there, Parker's finest, Dean of Parker. Coach hit me with a question. He said, man, Jimmy, his comment was, this gonna get Jimmy in the Hall of Fame. I was like, bro, Jimmy in the Hall of Fame. What y'all think? Is Jimmy in? Is Jimmy a Hall of Famer? I think Jimmy is a Hall of Famer. I think Jimmy been a Hall of Famer. Me and Hobbs, my boy Hobbs, and his cousin Steven, we had this argument. I used to say, man, Jimmy a top 5 player in the league. Just he does it differently. You know who his daddy is, right? Michael Jordan is his daddy. We'll talk about that in another show. Jimmy a little different. But he's that good. 6-time All NBA, 5-time All Defensive Player. He got him to the bubble finals. He going again this year. Yeah, Jimmy about to win this. Boston done. We'll talk about that too. But so I said, well, who can I look at comparable to Jimmy and see how they look? So I grabbed Clay. Clay, it ain't even close, honestly. And when I say close, personal accomplishments. The thing that separates the two are the 4 chips. But we know we got guys in the Hall of Fame without chips, so that's not a requirement for the Hall of Fame. That's a requirement when you talk GOAT, greatest, but it's not a Hall of Fame requirement. So I think Jimmy has Clay. I think Clay had maybe 3 or 4 All NBA, a couple of All Defense, right? But those 4 chips, and Clay got top 75 off of that. So I think we can all agree that Jimmy's a Hall of Famer. Hit me in the chat, tell me what y'all think. But I think you can agree Jimmy's a Hall of Famer. So now, hey, what's up, my man? So now, let's talk about what Jimmy just pulled off last night. And I wanted to wait, so I wanted to get a couple of games of each series under our belt before we came back. So Grant Williams started running his mouth. But you know what? I'm okay with that, Grant. You feeling yourself. You're a legit NBA player. You solid. You solid. Solid player. Hit a couple of shots, feeling it, his playoff vibe. I like when guys talk a little shit in the league during the game. And you know what? Sometimes you got to poke the bear and see what you get. Maybe the bear slap you. Maybe the bear won't. The Grant got slapped. The bear slapped him. Jimmy went off. Jimmy's a little different, but this whole Miami team, like, their performance was solid all around. They're a consistent team. Caleb Martin stepped up last night, hit him for 17. Man, I'm looking at this camera. I'm shiny today. I'm glowing. Miami's good. So I thought about this. So we always talk about LeBron carrying these teams to wherever, right? To the finals, whatever. Jimmy took a team in the bubble. So, Coffee took him to the bubble and got him to the finals. Shit, I honestly believe he's going to beat Boston. Miami's going to beat Boston without Tyler Hero, without Victor. Like, I think this team is going to get here. And you know what I think a lot of this comes down to, man? It's, one, we always talk about Miami, the player development, how they bring... I was not a big Spoelstra fan when he got the job. I'll be the first one to admit it. Back then, it's like, who the hell is this dude? He a video guy, and they gave him the job. But I shouldn't have underestimated Pat Riley. Pat Riley saw something, I guess, that I know he saw something I didn't see, but who the hell am I? Pat Riley saw something, and he believed in Eric Spoelstra. And man, you might have to put Eric Spoelstra up as one of the greatest coaches of all time. Like he's done it. He's won. He's got some chips, with the LeBron era, and now this Jimmy Butler era is scary. They're really good. Like he gets the most. Like any, I don't care what level you are, high school, grade school, college, pros. If you can get the most out of your players and they play as a unit, man, that's a success. And I think that's what we're seeing right now with the Miami Heat. These guys are like Bam, consistent. I'm going to always give Max a shout out. Max put Duncan on the bench, and Duncan was the man there for a minute. Duncan signed a big contract, and now he can't get off the bench. But he stayed ready, and he's producing now. He shot, I think he had 16 last night. He went 6 for 9 from 3. I'm a big Duncan Robinson fan. He was a D3 guy, made it to Michigan, got to the league, and he's still one of the best shooters in the NBA. I don't care what anybody says. Miami, they're just good. So you look at them, and Gabe has put Kyle Lowry. I've never been a fan of Kyle Lowry's anyway, but Kyle on the bench. But this might be good for him to transition. CP3, take note. This is a good transition for Kyle Lowry to move on to the next step of his career. You know what? If you can stay in Miami, somebody got to take over for Haslam. If you can stay in Miami and be a veteran presence on this team, man, accept it, because it works. It works. Right now, what you all are doing with him coming off the bench, bringing that leadership, hitting shots, make it work. Like, it's y'all in a rhythm right now. I don't know what to say about Boston in this series except for the game is 4 quarters. You got to play 4 quarters. Boston right now is only playing 3. Tatum last night, Tatum and Jaylen Brown, both of y'all hey guys, listen. Both of y'all are all NBA players. The 4th quarter is where you step up and become a superstar. And this is what we talked about last episode. Everybody wants to be a superstar, but everybody can't play like one. Jimmy's playing like a fucking superstar because he's producing when his team needs him to. He's making the big plays, whether it's on the offensive end or whether it's on the defensive end. He is making the plays. Tatum, he's young. Brown, young. But they're not producing the 4th quarter. And this is what separates guys, man. There's levels to this. And right now, they're not at that level. They're missing shots. They're not being aggressive enough. If you can't, I heard Kendrick Perkins the other day. They were talking about making an impact on the game. We go back to that game where Russ shot 3 for 19. Kendrick Perkins said that was the best 3 for 19 game he'd ever seen. And I think Stephen A. and everybody agreed because Russ impacted the game every other way. His defense, his aggressiveness, his hustle, his drive, the assist. All of that makes a difference. If your shot not going in, man, impact the game a different way. Find a way, get a rebound, do something different to change the game. So I think that's where Tatum and Jaylen Brown are going to have to mature. And this is all goodness for them, right? They're young. They got a lot of NBA left. Hopefully they learn from games like this. Tatum had a good 4th quarter a while ago. But again, this comes down to, and I'm going to transition from this to the same problem with AD. It's consistency, but AD been at it longer. When you want to be that superstar, you got to be there every night. There are no off nights, none. Every night to be a superstar, every night. So Boston, it's not like they're playing bad. They just got to finish the game off. They're not finishing. There's a reason baseball has closers. I'm tired. I done pitched 7.5 innings. I need this closer to come in and finish this game off. Ain't no closers in the NBA unless you got Vinnie Johnson. That's for my old heads. The Boston has to figure out, and then some of this may come back to coaching. We knew that. I can't even call the dude's name now, but you knew he was going to get out coached. And he has to figure out a way to have his team perform better in the 4th quarter. They're not necessarily doing anything wrong. Guys are playing well. The numbers look good. But again, it's about making that extra play, getting that stop. So I don't know what the answer is for Boston except for, this is not an X and O thing. This is an effort thing. This is This is how much do I want it. Jimmy wants it more than Boston right now. I think, and that goes for all the Heat. Ain't a bunch of number 1 draft picks on the Heat. These guys they're hungry. And sometimes the game comes down to who wants it more. And I think this is what this series is going to come down. Who wants it more? And I think right now the Heat is showing that they want it more. I don't know what else to say. And shit, they go back to Miami. You know it's going to be a whiteout. And that Miami crowd, that's a tough place to play. So in order for Boston, I think Jaylen Brown, it's going to come down to Jaylen Brown and Tatum. They have to. There's no other guys that like step up and get them the points and buckets. Al Horford's giving you everything he got. He's a veteran. He's there. Marcus Smart, you know what he's going to do. You ain't going to get a 30, 40-point game out of Marcus Smart. Now, you may want to think about that. I think the only switch you could possibly make is putting Brogdon in the starting lineup to give you a little more. I believe Brogdon's better than Derek White, but I think the reason Derek White plays is just one, out of loyalty and just the flow with him in the game with Tatum and Brown. But that's about the only change I get. Williams is playing well. He's back. Like, Boston's doing everything right until it gets to the fourth quarter. Grant Williams poked a bear, but guess what? Grant, you got to have some bear in you. Tatum got to pick that bear up too. Like, everybody, I don't know. Something has to change, but I think it comes down to Tatum, how much you want in the fourth quarter. You wanted that last game. I need that every fourth quarter. Now let's go over to Denver. And I'm going to start it off the right way. Everybody been talking about the Lakers. Give Denver some respect, man. People don't want to give Denver the respect they deserve. Denver is the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. They've been number 1 all season. They've been playing like they're number 1. They've taken care of business throughout these playoffs, and we still won't give them the respect that they deserve. So when I heard Mike Malone talk about, he was like, everybody want to talk about what the Lakers did. What about us? Hey, Mike Malone, keep doing what you're doing, man. If they don't talk about you, so what? Y'all go out there and play, man. Just continue to play and whoop people's ass. Do what you do. Hey, as we say in Vegas, we are who we are. So let them ride, man. Denver's playing Denver basketball. They're not doing, now I'm not going to say they're not doing, they are doing what they're supposed to do. They won 2 games at home. That's what you're supposed to do. Jamal had a big fourth quarter the other night. He's supposed to. He's the second best player on that team, and he came through. Now, the Lakers made adjustments. Everybody wants to say this Rui thing on Jokic slowed him down. No. It's just another look that Joker has to navigate. The man had a 25, 13, 15 triple-double. So you think that's called your defense working? No. Joker is too smart where a double team and you putting the guy on Rudy is going to hurt him. He's going to figure out ways to, again, going back to what I said, he's going to impact the game a different way. And so now you might see a 20-assist game out of Joker in one of these next 2 games. If they continue to want to double, he's going to get guys open. Aaron Gordon is going to continue to cut. And I think that's the thing. When AD doubles off Gordon just run to the rim. Joker throw it up there. Run to the rim. You ain't got to worry about hitting the 3. Michael Porter's a problem. He's too big. When he shoots and his release point, he damn near 10 feet tall. His jumper is so smooth. One of the best jumpers I've seen, man. I'll probably next to KD. Michael Porter might be number 2 if we talk about just a smooth stroke. Michael Porter might be number 2, and he's hitting shots. And Jamal Murray, again, this is what I want from Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So what your shot don't fall? Shooters shoot. Any kid that ever played for me, I ain't never told a kid stop shooting. I'm gonna tell you, go to the line, go try to get a layup, get to the free throw line, but don't stop shooting. That's what you're there for. That's your job. I don't give a fuck if you go 0 for 10. Guess what? If you hit 1 for 11, You about to go 5 for what's that? 5 for 16. You about to hit the next 5. Keep shooting the ball, and that's what Murray did. And he caught that rhythm. He got hot, and there was nothing the Lakers could do about it. So tonight, this is AD's on game. So we know that, right? This is where AD goes for 30. I honestly don't think it matters, man. And I'm gonna say this, and then y'all can talk about me. I think Denver might go up 3-0 tonight. And the only reason I say that is I don't know what else the Lakers have in the tank. Like, they played well. They played extremely well. Even though AD didn't have a big scoring game, he had 14 points. His defense was solid. But you need more. AD fall in the same boat with Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Like, in order to win, I need your best. I need everything you have to offer. So I'm not going to ask you for a 40-15 game, but I need at least 30. I need at least 12. I need 30-12 in about 4 blocks, because then I know you're active. When I see AD's rebounds and his blocks are low, you're not active on defense. AD can impact the game on defense. I need that. Now, another thing, and I heard a lot of this, and I won't, because when I say it, people get angry at me because I get called a LeBron hater. LeBron needs to lay up off these threes, man. And people won't talk about them. If you watch Cole, and anybody tell you how to shoot, your feet need to face the rim. When you plant your feet, you face the rim and you shoot. If you always watch LeBron shoots threes on an angle. He already slew-footed, so his feet pointing both ways, and he twists his body. And he's fading back. That's how he's always shot threes. But now he's getting so fatigued in the fourth. I think LeBron has the second worst 3-point fourth quarter percentage in the playoffs. I forgot who the last guy was. Maybe J.R. Barrett. LeBron, man, you can't. If that three ain't falling, man, just pass the ball. You can impact the game in a lot of different ways. But that three is not working for you right now. It's just not. And you're not a shooter, so I don't give you the same green light. That ain't your game. Put your head down and go to the rim. So tonight, the Lakers crowd will be rowdy. They will continue to play Rui. I think you just got to do whatever you can with Joker and chalk it up. But stop the Aaron Gordons. Try to slow down Michael Porter. KCP got in a little foul trouble, but he's knocking down shots. You tried to expose Jamal Murray. Malone had an answer. Like that switch, you get up underneath it. Just back off. The way LeBron shoot now, go on the screen. Back off and leave him up top. Just back up and let him run into you. Make him make a decision whether he's going to shoot that three or if he's going to drive to the lane. So I don't know. So tonight, it'll be a good game, but I kind of see Denver. Denver's not coming there to give up. I see Denver taking this one. So we'll see. Hey, listen. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. It's been great. I'm outside. It's beautiful. Let me give you a shot real quick. Hold on. Let me end you with something. So I don't know if you saw those two buildings. That's where Shaq lived, Snoop, all those kids that go to Bishop Gorman. It's about 5 miles down the street. And so Snoop lives up there. Shaq has a big condo up there. There's a dentist that lives up there. He got a lot of money with his dogs and shit. Only I know that because my boy put his cameras in. But that's where a lot of the celebrities stay out here. But it's a beautiful day out here. Mountains, clear skies. So, hey, enjoy the game. Have a great day. And we are going to talk. I'm going to probably come back to you. Let's say, let's give it 2 games for each series. Let's come back in 2 games. So maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Let's come back and see where we stand. Hey, God bless y'all. Have a good one.